Brett Freedman from Vanity Mark Cosmetics, and today's quick tip is about concealer. So if you picked up this month's InStyle magazine, Best of Beauty, a few of my tips are in there about the products that I really love. And one of the products I talked about was the Cle de Peau concealer, which I have here. And I have this in my kit and I use this. I love that it moves with the skin. It comes in really pretty colors that blend, really skin flattering. You can, dodge and cover up little blemishes, and I just think it's a really beautiful, beautiful finish. Now, the problem with Cle de Peau is it's not very easy to find. They don't sell it everywhere, and at $75 a tube, it's a little pricey. So, at the Vanity Mark site, we got lots of emails about what would be a concealer, maybe in a price range that's a little more affordable for most women, that I really love. So, I love MAC's Studio Finish. This is in the mid-price range at $16.50. It's SPF 35 and it comes in 14 shades. So not only you find a color that's right for you, but you'll be able to nail the tone, which is so important because you want it to really blend with the skin and have that sort of pinkish or a little bit of yellow undertone, and they'll be able to nail it for you. And that's the really great thing about MAC is you can go in there, they're super knowledgeable and they can match you up. And what's really great is I like a full-bodied concealer. I like something that covers, and I can have the option to thin out. So I tend to use sticks and pots. A lot of concealers that come in the tubes are really great because they're really light, but they don't necessarily dodge enough darkness. So if you're really dark in here, or you have a lot of, you can really see the blood vessels around the eyes, and you get like that sort of pink, halo, you want something that's really going to dodge that. So a lot of times I think that things that are in a tube just don't give that color payout. So if a problem with you is, concealer resting in the lines, first of all, concealer shouldn't be up in here. It really should just be along the lash line and in, just in where it's the darkest. So what I suggest is doing your foundation first, or tinted moisturizer, and go a little bit over your eyes. And what that will give a veil of coverage, and you'll find that you can actually use a little less concealer. And if you want to use the pot and thin it out a little bit, you can put just a little bit of moisturizer, let it almost dry, and then touch in just a little bit of the pot concealer and blend it down. So it's a little makeup artisty, but I think you can master it. You just have to learn to kind of gauge how to get a little more coverage, but like I said, thinning out the formula. And then I love to apply, anytime you're covering a blemish or anything really tight and small, is to use a really, really fine brush, really, firm, pinpoint brush. And that, if you have any little blemishes. Because if you're doing it on your finger, you're patting it on there with the heat of the finger, and it sort of doesn't really give you that precision that you need. Now, if you're in the drugstore, I love Maybelline, the classic Maybelline, also in a stick, like the Cle de Peau. It comes in, I believe, 3 colors. So you might want to get 2. You might want to get like the medium and the dark, or the medium and the light, so you can, dodge things and sort of play makeup artist and pick your greatest color. If you're not in there, if the medium right out of the tube doesn't quite work, you can kind of hedge it a little bit with one of the others, and they're under $10. So I hope that helps. Go conceal, or get sleep, so you don't have to conceal anything. But have a light touch. Like I said, use a little veil of coverage with a tinted moisturizer or foundation. That's a great tip. You'll end up using a lot less concealer, and you won't get all heavy under there with product. So anyway, hope that helps. Enjoy pretty.